Have you ever thought about transforming your health and wellness goals into reality? Today, we're going to explore an intriguing approach that has been gaining substantial attention in the health and fitness landscape: intermittent fasting. This is not just another fad diet, but a scientifically backed lifestyle that can lead to profound health benefits. Intermittent fasting is a fascinating blend of science and discipline that taps into our body's inherent capabilities. It's not about starving, but rather, it's about eating within a certain time window, allowing your body to rest and rejuvenate in between. This simple yet powerful practice has been linked to a myriad of health benefits. You might be wondering, how can merely adjusting the timing of our meals make such a significant difference? Well, the answers lie in the intricate workings of our body's metabolic processes. So, are you ready to delve into the captivating world of intermittent fasting? Stay with us as we embark on this insightful journey. Let's begin by understanding what intermittent fasting is. Intermittent fasting, often abbreviated as IF, is not a diet but rather a pattern of eating. The term intermittent means sporadic or irregular, and fasting refers to the act of willingly abstaining from some or all food, drink, or both for a certain period. So, intermittent fasting is a method that cycles between periods of eating and fasting. Here's a simple way to understand it. You already fast every day while you sleep. Intermittent fasting can be as simple as extending that fast a little longer. This could mean eating your first meal at noon and your last meal at 8 in the evening. Essentially, you're skipping breakfast and making lunch your first meal of the day. You're already fasting for 16 hours each day and restricting your eating to an 8-hour eating window. This is the simplest form of intermittent fasting, often known as the 16/8 method. Now you might be wondering, why would anyone willingly choose to skip meals? The answer lies in our evolutionary history. Our ancestors didn't have supermarkets, refrigerators, or food available year-round. Sometimes they couldn't find anything to eat, so our bodies evolved to be able to function without food for extended periods of time. When we fast, several things happen in our body on the cellular and molecular level. For example, our body adjusts hormone levels to make stored body fat more accessible. Our cells also initiate important repair processes and change the expression of genes. In essence, intermittent fasting is a conscious decision to skip certain meals with a strategic approach. It's all about striking a balance between periods of eating and fasting. This doesn't mean you should starve yourself. Instead, it's about eating your meals in a healthier time frame that gives your body ample time to process the nutrients and naturally cleanse your system. Now that you know what intermittent fasting is, let's look at some popular methods. There are several ways to practice intermittent fasting, and we are going to discuss some of the most popular ones. The first method is known as the 16/8 method. This is perhaps the most common approach to intermittent fasting. It involves consuming all your daily calories within an 8-hour window and fasting for the remaining 16 hours of the day. For instance, you might choose to eat between noon and 8 in the evening, skipping breakfast but still enjoying lunch and dinner. The beauty of the 16/8 method lies in its flexibility. You can adjust your eating window to match your personal schedule and preferences. Next up, we have the 5-2 diet. This method involves eating normally for 5 days of the week and significantly reducing your calorie intake for the remaining 2 days. On the fasting days, you would typically consume around a quarter of your regular daily calorie intake. This could be around 500 calories for women and 600 for men. The fasting days don't need to be consecutive, and you can eat normally on the other days. The third method is known as Eat, Stop, Eat. This approach involves a full 24-hour fast once or twice a week. On your fasting days, you would abstain from eating from dinner one day until dinner the next day, making it a full 24 hours without food. This method is definitely more challenging and may not be suitable for beginners or those with certain health conditions. Lastly, let's discuss the warrior diet. This method involves fasting during the day and eating a large meal at night within a 4-hour window. The warrior diet is based on the eating patterns of ancient warriors who would spend the day hunting and gathering and feast at night. During the fasting period, you can consume small amounts of raw fruits and vegetables, but the majority of your calories should be consumed during the 4-hour eating window. These are just a few methods. The key is to choose the one that best fits your lifestyle. Remember, intermittent fasting is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's about finding a method that works for you and aligns with your health goals. It's important to listen to your body and adapt your fasting regime as needed. And as always, before starting any new dietary regimen, it's crucial to consult with a healthcare professional to ensure it's a safe and suitable option for you. You might be wondering what the benefits of intermittent fasting are. Well, the health advantages are manifold and can be quite transformative. Let's delve into some of these benefits, starting with how intermittent fasting can improve brain function. Contrary to popular belief, starving your body for a specific period doesn't mean you're starving your brain. In fact, it might be giving your brain the boost it needs. During fasting, your body produces ketones, which are known to fuel your brain more efficiently than glucose. Moreover, intermittent fasting enhances the production of a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. This protein promotes the survival of nerve cells, boosts learning, and improves memory. So, while you're fasting, you're essentially also feeding your brain. Now let's move on to a benefit that has made intermittent fasting a buzzword in the health and fitness industry: weight loss. When you're in a fasted state, your body seeks other sources of energy once it has exhausted its glucose stores. This leads your body to tap into its fat reserves for energy, promoting fat loss. Furthermore, intermittent fasting can regulate the hormones that control hunger and satiety, making it easier to manage your calorie intake. Thus, it's not just about shedding pounds, but also about developing a healthier relationship with food. Beyond weight loss and brain health, intermittent fasting can also reduce the risk of developing chronic diseases. Research has shown that this practice can improve insulin resistance, reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes. It can also lower blood pressure and cholesterol levels, contributing to heart health. Additionally, studies suggest that intermittent fasting may even slow down the aging process and increase lifespan. It's like finding the fountain of youth in your own body's metabolic processes. Lastly, let's not overlook the benefits for mental well-being. Intermittent fasting can encourage mindfulness about food and eating habits. This newfound awareness can lead to healthier food choices, improved self-confidence, and an overall positive outlook towards life and health. Clearly, intermittent fasting has a plethora of health benefits. But is it suitable for everyone? That's a question we'll explore in the next part of our video. Remember, while these benefits sound appealing, it's crucial to approach intermittent fasting or any dietary changes with informed knowledge and under professional guidance. Intermittent fasting can provide benefits at any age, but it's crucial to approach it correctly. Intermittent fasting is a versatile practice, and its implementation can be adapted to suit different age groups. However, age plays a significant role in determining how our bodies respond to fasting and the benefits we can reap from it. Let's start with the younger demographic, those in their 20s and 30s. This is the age at which the metabolic rate is typically at its peak. Intermittent fasting can help maintain this high metabolic rate, assisting in weight management and improving cognitive function. However, it's important to remember that this is also a time of significant physical and mental growth. Therefore, adequate nutrient intake is crucial. A fasting schedule like the 16-8 method, where one fasts for 16 hours and eats during an 8-hour window, may work well for this age group. Moving on to the 40s and 50s, this is often the time when metabolic rates start to slow down and the risk of chronic diseases increases. Intermittent fasting can be a useful tool to combat these changes. A more relaxed fasting schedule, perhaps the 5-2 method, with 5 days of regular eating and 2 days of reduced calorie intake, might be more suitable. For those in their 60s and beyond, the focus shifts towards maintaining overall health and well-being. Here, intermittent fasting can aid in weight management, improve cardiovascular health, and even enhance cognitive function, potentially slowing the onset of age-related cognitive decline. A more flexible approach to fasting, such as the Eat-Stop-Eat method, with 1 or 2 days of fasting per week, could be beneficial. However, it is worth noting that as we age, our nutritional needs change, and the body's ability to recover from fasting periods may decrease. Therefore, anyone considering intermittent fasting, particularly those in older age groups, should consult a healthcare professional to ensure a safe and effective implementation. While intermittent fasting can be beneficial, it's not for everyone. Let's see who should avoid it. While intermittent fasting has numerous benefits, it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's crucial to acknowledge that every individual is unique, with distinct health conditions and dietary requirements. As such, intermittent fasting may not be suitable for everyone. Certain groups of people should avoid intermittent fasting, including those with a history of eating disorders. The fasting period can potentially trigger harmful behaviors in individuals predisposed to such conditions. Moreover, people with diabetes, particularly those on medication for blood sugar regulation, should exercise caution. Unsupervised fasting could lead to dangerous blood sugar levels. Pregnant women or those trying to conceive should also steer clear from intermittent fasting. They require a regular and balanced intake of nutrients for their well-being and that of their baby. Similarly, individuals with chronic diseases, those undergoing treatment, or those on regular medication should consult their healthcare provider before embarking on this dietary approach. Now, for those who can safely undertake intermittent fasting, here are a few recommendations. Start slow. Jumping headfirst into a strict fasting routine can be overwhelming. Instead, gradually increasing the duration of your fasting period can help your body adjust more comfortably. Stay hydrated. Water, herbal teas, and black coffee are your allies during the fasting window. They keep you hydrated without breaking your fast. Listen to your body. If you feel lightheaded, overly fatigued, or unusually irritable, it's a sign that you need to modify your fasting approach. Remember, the goal is to enhance your health, not compromise it. Lastly, prioritize nutrition. When it's time to eat, ensure you're fueling your body with nutrient-dense foods. High-quality proteins, healthy fats, and colorful fruits and vegetables should form the cornerstone of your meals. Remember, always consult with a healthcare professional before making any lifestyle changes. It's paramount to ensure your actions align with your unique health needs and goals. With this in mind, let's conclude our journey into intermittent fasting. We've journeyed through the fascinating world of intermittent fasting today. We've navigated through its definition, unmasked its popular methods, and delved into its numerous health benefits. We've also examined how it can be safely applied across different age groups and discussed important precautions and recommendations. We began by defining intermittent fasting as a dietary practice of cycling between periods of eating and fasting. We learned that it's not about which foods to eat, but rather when to eat. This simple yet profound shift in approach is what sets intermittent fasting apart from many other dietary regimes. We then explored the popular methods of intermittent fasting. From the 16-8 method, which involves fasting for 16 hours and eating within an 8-hour window, to the 5-2 method, where 2 days of the week are designated as fast days. We also looked at other techniques like Eat Stop Eat and the Warrior Diet, each offering a unique way to incorporate fasting into our lives. Next, we turned our attention to the health benefits of intermittent fasting. We discovered that this practice can improve brain function, reduce the risk of chronic diseases, and even aid in weight loss. It's remarkable to think that something as simple as adjusting our eating schedule can have such profound effects on our health. We also considered how intermittent fasting can be applied across different age groups. We learned that while it can be beneficial for many, it may not be suitable for everyone. For instance, pregnant women, children, and individuals with certain health conditions should avoid this practice. In our final discussion, we emphasized the importance of consulting with a healthcare professional before making any lifestyle changes. While intermittent fasting can offer numerous benefits, it's crucial to approach it responsibly, considering one's unique health condition and nutritional needs. By understanding and responsibly approaching intermittent fasting, you can start your journey towards a healthier lifestyle today. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of intermittent fasting. Stay healthy, stay happy.